Good afternoon, class. Today we will having our new topics, which is the compound personal pronoun, part of friendly letter, and the demonstrative. But before we discuss those topics, I would like to share a short story of the honeybee string. So I would like you to listen to the story because we will having our oral recitation later during our synchronous class. I will ask some questions regarding the story and regarding our topics for today. Okay? So now I will start to read the story. One day Zeus, the god of gods and goddesses of Mount Olympus, was giving out gifts himself to beasts, birds, and insects. To his surprise, the little honey bee itself came before his throne, said, "Of all the gifts you yourself could give to me, only one will do. I'd like the power to inflict great pain whenever I choose to." "Oh, what an awful wish!" great Zeus said. "Okay, I will grant it myself. I give you a sharp sting, but I'm sure you'll use this weapon carefully in times of anger and strife. You'll only get to use it once, for using it will cost you your life. That is why, up to this day, the little honey bee itself dies after it stings." So that's the end of our story, class. So before that, I have some jumbled words to show you. Then try to unravel the knot by rearranging the jumbled letters to form a very meaningful word. So try to look at the jumbled words, class. Then try to rearrange it. Then I will ask later during our synchronous class if what words have you formed in these jumbled words. Okay? So now, let's proceed to our topics for today, which is the compound personal pronouns, part of a friendly letter, and partitive nouns, which is the demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. So what is compound personal pronouns, class? Compound personal pronouns are formed by adding self or selves to certain personal pronouns. They are used to show emphasis. By adding self is used in singular form in certain personal pronouns. For example, my. My plus self is equal to myself. Another example is the singular form is your. Adding by self will turn to yourself. Next singular form is him. It refers to one person. So therefore, we have to add self and it will turn out to himself. Next is her. Is also a singular form. It will turn out to herself. It plus self is itself. Next is the examples of myself, yourself, herself, himself, and itself in a sentence. Number 1. I, myself, will invent something for the people of my country. The compound personal pronoun of number 1 is myself. Very good. Number 2. Can you answer this activity correctly all by yourself? The compound personal pronoun of number 2 is yourself. Very good. Number 3. Michael gave himself a special treat when he finally finished his invention. So, the compound personal pronoun in number 3 is himself. Very good. Number 4. Mary Anderson herself invented the windshield wiper. So what is the personal, I mean, the compound personal pronoun in number 4? Yes, that's correct. Herself. Number 5. The weather itself can help you determine if you have already reached the highland, the island. The weather itself can help you determine if you have already reached the island. So what is the compound personal pronoun of the sentence? Yes, itself. Itself is referring to the weather. Okay, very good. So now let's proceed to the adding of selves is used in plural form in certain personal pronouns. So therefore, selves is you have to add it in plural form of personal pronouns. For example, is our. Our plus selves is equal to ourselves. Your is referring to second person. That's why your plus selves is equal to yourselves. Them plus selves is equal to themselves. So now, let's proceed to the examples of ourselves, yourselves, and themselves in a sentence. Number 1. The pupils themselves decorate the classroom. So what are the compound personal pronoun in number 1? Themselves. Very good. Number 2. You boys should make it yourselves. So what is the personal pronouns in number 2? Yes, that is correct. Yourselves. Now, the last number is number 3. We have enjoyed ourselves. So what is the personal pronoun or the compound personal pronoun in number 3? Yes, that is right. Ourselves. So now we are done discussing the compound personal pronouns. So let's proceed to our next topic, which is the part of a friendly letter. The part of friendly letter class is have a 5 parts. The first part is the heading. The heading refers to the return address of the sender and the date when it was written. So that's why class, when you write a letter, you have to put first your address. Here, this is the address of the sender. Number 123 Rail Street, Pamplona, Las Piñas City, Philippines. And this is her, this is the zip code of her or his city. Then this is the date when he or she writes the letter. Okay. Next is the greeting. The greeting is refers to an expression of good wishes. It is also known as salutation. It usually capitalizes all the words and followed by a comma. Then this is the example of greetings. There is a lot of form of greetings class. It can be there is Chris or my beloved Chris. That is an example also of the greetings. So next part is body of the letter is where the message of the letter is written, always indent each new paragraph. So this is the example of the body of the letter, which is consists of two paragraphs. So dapat indented gid siya every paragraph nga imong isuwaton. So indent gid siya dapat para mahibaw-an nga one paragraph, two paragraph na siya, di ba? So okay, now let's proceed to the closing. The closing refers to conclusion or goodbye. Always capitalize the first letter of the first word in this portion. It also ends in comma. So, mo ni siyang example class. Your friend, yours truly, mo ni siya ang closing sa paghimo og friendly letter. Pwede sad siya kanang respectfully yours or it's me. Dagan there is a lot of there is different kinds of closing in making a letter. Next is the signature. Signature refers to the sender or the writer of the letter. So mo ni siya ang kanisiyang Troy. So the sender is si Troy. Mo ni siya yung signature, yung name, but you can also put your signature here under your name. Okay? When you are creating a letter to your friends. Part of a friendly letter are the following. First is the heading, which is this part. It's the heading part. Next is the greetings, which is this part. Third is the body of the letter, which is this part. And always remember that it should be indented in every paragraph. Closing, this is the closing part. And signature is here. So, that's the part of a friendly letter. Now, let's proceed to our next topic, which is the demonstrative. Demonstrative pronouns class comes from the root word uh, demonstrate, which means to show. Okay, so ipakita siya ang demonstrative. So there are two kinds of demonstrative, which is the demonstrative pronoun are used to show things or things that are near or far. This is followed by a verb. Then, the demonstrative adjective are demonstrative pronouns that functions as adjectives. They are immediately followed by nouns. These are the demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. This is the singular. Plural of these. Dot is a singular and those is plural. So, this is referring to near, dool ra siya. Then, ang that is pointing out or layo siya pag sulti or pag describe. Okay, now, let's see the examples of demonstrative. First is the demonstrative pronouns. This is the boy who took the bag. So, what is the demonstrative pronouns in the first sentence? This, very good. Next is, these are my bully classmates. So what is the demonstrative pronouns of the second sentence? This very good because classmates is the subject. Then classmates is in plural form. Therefore, we have to use the plural form of the demonstrative pronouns, which is these. Third sentence, that is unique. So what is the demonstrative pronouns of the third sentence? That, very good. Next, those are clouds. So what is the demonstrative pronouns in the fourth sentence? Those, very good. So let's proceed to the demonstrative pronouns. First, this boy took my wallet. So, what is the demonstrative adjective in the first sentence? This, very good, because the noun is immediately followed by the demonstrative. This is the demonstrative and boy is a noun. Next, these boys are naughty. What demonstrative adjective is used? This, very good, because boys is the noun and is in plural form. So therefore, we have to use these because this is the demonstrative adjectives, because this is the plural form of demonstrative adjectives. Next, that thing is unique. So what is the demonstrative in the sentence? That, very good. Next, those clouds are wonderful. So, what is the demonstrative adjective used in that sentence? Those, yes, very good. So that's the end of our lesson for today. Thank you for watching and listening to me today. I hope you learned a lot today, and hopefully see you to our synchronous class later, and I hope you can answer my question because I know you are listening and watching this video. Thank you and goodbye class. Bye bye.